Over 60 for worst breakfast foods you should never touch and 4 you must eat.
Have you ever sat at the breakfast table, the morning sun pouring through the window, and thought to yourself, this is just a normal morning. Maybe it's a piece of toast, a cup of tea, a bowl of cereal. It all feels familiar, comforting, even. But what if I gently told you some of those breakfast choices that have become part of your daily rhythm might be silently working against you? Not overnight, not dramatically, but day after day, they could be chipping away at your energy, your muscles, and even your memory. As a doctor who has walked alongside seniors for more than 2 decades, I've seen this story unfold more times than I can count. A seemingly harmless breakfast routine that slowly robs the body of what it needs most after 60 strength, stability, and sharpness. So today, let's talk about it calmly, clearly, and with care. Together, we'll uncover 4 breakfast habits that could be quietly weakening you, and 4 simple swaps that could help restore your vitality. I'll explain everything in plain English. No scare tactics, just facts, compassion, and solutions that make sense. Let's begin. Part 1. Instant oatmeal, the trap behind the simplicity. Let's start with something most people think is safe instant oatmeal. You see, oatmeal by itself isn't the villain, but once it's processed into those quick-cook packets, it changes. The oats are ground so fine, and often mixed with sugar, artificial flavors, and maltodextrin, a sneaky additive that spikes your blood sugar faster than table sugar. For seniors, that's a real concern. Your body doesn't respond to sugar the way it used to. When breakfast triggers a sudden glucose spike, your insulin surges, then crashes, and that crash leaves you feeling tired, foggy, even shaky. What's worse, that blood sugar roller coaster activates inflammation throughout your body, including your joints and brain. My advice: stick with old-fashioned steel-cut oats. Soak them overnight, cook them gently, and skip the sugar. Add a touch of cinnamon or a handful of berries instead.
Part 2. Flavored yogurt when healthy turns harmful.
Now, let's talk about something that's often sold to us as a health food, especially for breakfast-flavored yogurt. You see, those cute little plastic cups that line the dairy aisle might look harmless. They say things like low-fat, with probiotics, and great for digestion. But when you flip the label, here's what you'll often find: sugar, lots of it. In fact, some flavored yogurts contain more sugar than a chocolate bar. That's not how breakfast should begin, especially after 60. First thing in the morning, your body is like a sponge, ready to absorb whatever you give it. And when the first thing you feed it is sweetened dairy filled with artificial flavors and gums, it kicks off a chain reaction. In seniors, excess sugar in the morning can spike inflammation, increase fatigue, and disrupt the very gut bacteria you're trying to support. Over time, it weakens the immune system, and this part hurts me to say it's linked to faster memory decline. If you enjoy yogurt, that's okay. But make it a better version. Choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Add your own fruit like blueberries or raspberries, or sprinkle in cinnamon. You'll still get probiotics, plus healthy fats and protein that actually support your aging body. Small change, big difference. Part 3. Breakfast cereals, the great deception. Now, let's talk about breakfast cereals. You know, the boxes that say whole grain, heart healthy, or fortified with vitamins. You might have grown up seeing them as the smart choice. But here's something I've learned, sitting across from hundreds of seniors over the years. What's printed on the front of the box rarely tells the whole story. The truth is, most breakfast cereals, yes, even the so-called healthy ones, are heavily processed. They're made from refined grains that have been stripped of fiber, blended with sugars or sweeteners, and sprayed with synthetic vitamins to make them look nutritious again. For older adults, this is a metabolic trap. These cereals digest quickly, causing a spike in blood sugar and insulin. And that fast spike is followed by a crash, leaving you hungry, tired, or irritable within hours. Worse, it promotes the slow buildup of visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your belly that's linked to heart disease, stroke, and muscle loss. I know many seniors choose cereal because it's soft and easy to chew, but soft doesn't always mean safe. Instead, try a warm bowl of steel-cut oats with a spoon of almond butter and some berries, or a smoothie with Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and spinach. Your body deserves more than just easy, it deserves nourishment. Part 4. White toast with margarine and jam, the silent saboteur. Let me share something that may surprise you. One of the most common breakfast choices I still see among my older patients and even in some nursing homes is a slice of white toast with margarine and jam. It's simple, it's traditional, and it feels like a gentle way to start the day. But beneath that familiar comfort lies a combination that quietly undermines your health in ways most people never notice until the consequences appear years later. White bread, for starters, is almost pure starch. It has been stripped of nearly all fiber and nutrients, which means it digests rapidly and sends your blood sugar soaring as if you drank a can of soda. Now add margarine, usually made from industrial seed oils like soybean or canola oil. These oils are highly refined and inflammatory, especially for aging joints and blood vessels. Then top it off with jam, a concentrated sugar bomb. That's a triple threat. Refined carbs, inflammatory fats, and added sugar, all before 9 a.m. Studies show that this type of breakfast increases oxidative stress, weakens your blood vessels, reduces insulin sensitivity, and over time leads to muscle loss and cognitive decline. I know this sounds heavy, but it doesn't mean you can't enjoy toast. You just need better tools. Try switching to sprouted grain bread, which contains more fiber and nutrients. Use a thin layer of almond butter instead of margarine. And if you like sweetness, try fresh slices of banana or berries on top. You're not giving up a ritual, you're just upgrading it. And your heart, brain, and muscles will thank you every day. Part 5. Chia seed pudding. Gentle strength in every spoonful. Let me tell you about something small, but mighty. Chia seeds, tiny black seeds that can fit on the tip of your finger, hold a surprising amount of healing power. For seniors especially, they are a quiet ally. One that doesn't shout, but steadily supports. When you soak chia seeds in water or a plant-based milk overnight, they turn into a soft, pudding-like texture. Gentle on the teeth, easy on digestion. And behind that soft texture is a nutrient profile perfectly designed for aging bodies. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds offer around 10 grams of fiber and 4 grams of anti-inflammatory omega-3s. That's no small thing. These 2 alone can help regulate blood sugar, ease constipation, reduce joint pain, and even support memory and mood. But there's more. That gel-like consistency forms a soothing lining in the gut, which helps nurture beneficial bacteria, your gut's good guys. And when your gut is healthy, everything improves: digestion, immunity, energy. It's a quiet kind of help. You may not feel it instantly, but over weeks and months, it restores balance where things have gone off track. To prepare it, just add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to half a cup of almond milk or coconut milk. Stir well, and leave it in the fridge overnight. In the morning, top with berries or a dash of cinnamon. That's it. No sugar, no crash, just calm, steady fuel. Sometimes the best healing doesn't come in pills or powders, but from something as humble as a tiny seed, soaked in patience and care. Part 6. Beetroot smoothie. Reignite blood flow, rebuild strength. If there's one thing I've learned about aging gracefully, it's this: blood flow is everything. As we grow older, circulation naturally slows. That's just part of the story. But the consequences, they can quietly affect so many parts of your life. Muscle weakness, cold hands and feet, slower healing, brain fog, even low energy for your morning walks. That's where beets come in. Beets are rich in natural nitrates, not the harmful kind added to processed meats, but the kind that your body converts into nitric oxide. This special compound widens blood vessels, improves oxygen delivery, and helps your heart and muscles perform more efficiently. For seniors, that's gold. One study from Wake Forest University showed that older adults who drank beetroot juice daily improved their walking speed by nearly 20% in just a few days. Another found better brain function, particularly in memory and decision-making. But perhaps most beautifully, beets help your body feel alive again, more awake, more capable, more energized, and making a beet smoothie is simple. Blend half a cup of cooked beets with water, a squeeze of lemon, and a few frozen berries. If you'd like, add a slice of banana for creaminess. The taste may be earthy, but the effect is real. A glass of this in the morning is like opening a window and letting fresh air rush into your blood, your brain, and your muscles. Part 7. Pasture-raised eggs, the golden food for aging gracefully. There's something timeless about a warm, gently cooked egg in the morning. It reminds me of childhood breakfasts, of quiet kitchens and the soft sound of a pan sizzling. But beyond the comfort, eggs, especially pasture-raised eggs, are one of the most powerful healing foods we have, and they're often misunderstood. For years, eggs were labeled bad for the heart because of cholesterol. But science has since set the record straight. The cholesterol in eggs does not increase heart disease risk in healthy people. In fact, for seniors, eggs are one of the best ways to maintain muscle mass, protect the brain, and support metabolic balance. Let's break that down. Each pasture-raised egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein, the kind your body can actually use to rebuild and preserve muscle. And after 60, that matters more than ever. Muscle doesn't just give us strength, it keeps us mobile, independent, and even regulates blood sugar. Losing it slowly is one of the biggest hidden threats to healthy aging, but eggs offer more than just protein. They're a rich source of choline, a nutrient many seniors are deficient in, yet it's vital for memory, mood, and nerve function. Choline helps protect the structure of your brain, particularly as we age. Pasture-raised eggs also have significantly higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin compounds that protect your eyes, joints, and even help reduce inflammation throughout the body. What makes pasture-raised eggs different? The hens roam outdoors, eat natural diets, and aren't stuffed with soy or antibiotics. Their eggs are denser in nutrients, and their yolks are a deeper yellow, almost orange. That color comes from the higher antioxidant content. Here's the beautiful part. Eggs are soft, easy to chew, easy to prepare, and incredibly versatile. You can enjoy them poached, soft-boiled, scrambled in olive oil, or made into an omelet with greens and herbs. Just don't fry them in vegetable oil or pair them with white toast and margarine. That's where many go wrong. Think of an egg as more than food. Think of it as a quiet guardian, a simple gift from nature that helps restore your body where it matters most: your strength, your memory, your independence. Part 8. Wild blueberries, the deep blue healer for your brain and body. There are foods that feed the body, and then there are foods that protect it from the inside out. Wild blueberries belong to the second kind, small, modest, almost hidden in the back of the freezer aisle. These little berries carry some of the most powerful healing compounds found in nature, and for seniors, they may be one of the most important daily allies. Let me explain why. Wild blueberries are especially rich in a group of plant nutrients called anthocyanins, the deep blue pigments that give them their dark color. These compounds act as antioxidants and anti-inflammatories, and they target some of the most vulnerable systems in the aging body: the brain, the blood vessels, and the muscles. Unlike regular cultivated blueberries, wild ones are smaller, more concentrated, and contain nearly twice as many antioxidants. That means more support for memory, sharper focus, better coordination, and slower cognitive decline. In a groundbreaking study, seniors who ate just 1 cup of wild blueberries daily for 90 days showed measurable improvements in memory, attention span, and verbal recall. Another study found that these berries helped reduce inflammation markers in older adults by over 50%, a rare, significant result. But the science only tells part of the story. What I've seen in practice and what truly moves me is how small changes like adding wild blueberries can shift someone's entire mood, clarity, and confidence. I've seen patients who once struggled to stay engaged in conversations gradually become more present, more focused, more themselves. This isn't about a miracle. It's about giving your brain and body what they've been quietly asking for. And the best part, these berries are easy to enjoy. Keep a bag of frozen wild blueberries in your freezer. In the morning, stir a handful into your chia pudding, Greek yogurt, or smoothie. You don't need to cook them. You don't even need to thaw them. Just eat them as they are. They're sweet, a little tangy, and deeply nourishing. If there's one breakfast change I could ask you to make this year, it would be this: let wild blueberries become a part of your morning routine. Because protecting your mind, your stories, your laughter, your memories is perhaps the most powerful act of self-care you can choose. Finally, your morning matters more than you know. My dear friend, we've shared a quiet journey this morning, a journey through something as simple and as sacred as breakfast. You've seen how 4 common foods, though comforting and familiar, may be slowly draining your energy, your strength, and your mental clarity. And you've discovered 4 quiet allies: chia pudding, beet smoothies, pasture-raised eggs, and wild blueberries ready to gently rebuild what time has tried to take. These aren't trendy superfoods sold in glossy magazines. They're honest, earth-grown answers to the very real challenges of aging. They don't promise miracles, but they offer something: better support, stability, and a sense of control over how you begin your day. The choices we make in the first hour of the morning echo through the rest of our day, and the choices we make each day shape the way we age. So ask yourself, not in fear, but in quiet courage: what do I want my mornings to feel like, rushed and drained, or calm, steady, and full of nourishment? You have the power to decide, and every spoonful, every small change is a message to your body. I still care about you. I still want you strong. I still believe in your ability to heal. If you found value in this message, I invite you to share it with your spouse, your children, your neighbors. Let the knowledge ripple outward, like a warm light spreading across the breakfast table. And if you feel moved, leave me a comment below. What is one thing you'll change in your breakfast starting tomorrow? I'd love to hear your voice. Until next time, stay steady, stay hopeful, and always remember you deserve to feel well.